thing. I watched it twice. It was funny.
Yeah, wasn't it funny, Mike Lee? His thing.
It's funny because it's Congress, and because he's just showing how ridiculous he goes. He's fighting one ridiculous, stupid thing with another ridiculous, stupid thing. Here's how serious I'm taking this. He's just talking about here's Reagan with his thing
here's Reagan. Here's Reagan riding on the back of a dinosaur with the machine gun. All right, I'm gonna put the radiator in this.
I gotta go. Dave wants me to get a chop saw.
Chop saw.
Chop saw.
All right.
I gotta go cut wood.
I'm putting the radiator in this thing. All right, I'm putting the radiator in, honey. All right.
Okay, look, Charlie was chewing on the blocks, but it was making like a sound, so I didn't want him chewing on those anymore. So he started crying.
Oh.
Now it's like nice and soft, so he can chew on it all he wants.
There you go, buddy. There's something appropriate to chew on. All right, I love you, honey. I'll be outside. Carrepairwave. Let me see if I can set this up. This is my dad's truck needed a new radiator. There's the new radiator. Let me get the old one out of the trunk over here. I brought it with me just in case. Oh, to make sure it was the right one. Let's take this out. This is the old one. This thing was so gummed up. It was disgusting. Filled with like brown orange paste. Alright, for comparison. That's the new one. That's the old one. The only difference is this does have the things for the oil cooler, but that doesn't matter because I'm not using it, you know, so nothing's gonna leak out or anything. But yeah. Oh, I gotta get the oil. Let me get the oil cap too. I also bought a couple jugs of distilled water for mixing up the antifreeze. Gonna put brand new clean antifreeze in there. New radiator cap. Alright, so let me try to set this up in a way where you guys can kind of see what I'm doing over here. I wonder if I could do that. There you go, you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Carrepairwave. Okay. So first thing is we got to drop the new radiator down there. I cleaned out this whole cavity earlier. Cleaned out this whole cavity earlier because it was filthy. Alright. That up. Put that belt back on. Putting the hoses all back now. I put the one lower radiator hose on. Let's put the... Actually, I should wait to put the lower one until I get the upper one until I get the shroud back on. So actually I'm going to wait. I'm putting the top one in. Let me put the shroud back. Where the hell did I put that thing? Here it is. Alright, so the new radiator's dropped down there. I'm going to put the shroud back in place. It's kind of rubber. There's two rubber things right here that go right, that fit right on top of the radiator, so you'll know when it's in the right place. And then it's just a matter of lining up all the holes, and there's ones down here too. I'm just going to put one in here just to keep, oh, this isn't the right one. I'm going to put ones in here just to kind of keep this a little bit still. I'm just going to put these in finger tight, just a little bit, so at least I know no matter how much I wiggle it, it's not going to come off of the, it's not going to come out of place. Okay, so the next is the ones that are down here that connect the bottom half to the top half of this fan shroud. Get those in on this side, and there's 4. So there's these 2 in the front, and then there's 2 more at the back side. See, let me switch my bits here to my 10mm bit. Okay. All right, so we dropped the new radiator down there. Now let's tighten up these bolts a little bit. I think that one was already missing. That's all right. That'll do. Oop, wrong way. Come on. There we go. Tighten it up. Streamlabs.com/LCMTVBreath4. Carrepairwave. This is a 1990 Chevy pickup truck. 2500 with the big V8 in it. 5.7. Carrepairwave. Okay. All right. We just gotta tighten up these 2 bolts on the fan shroud. We gotta put our hoses back on. This radiator was hemorrhaging coolant, so I needed to fix it. Carrepairwave. For those of you who are just joining, I just dropped a new radiator down in here because the old one was hemorrhaging antifreeze. So right now I'm connecting the fan shroud. Alright, that's getting nice and tight. Okay, so let's attach this hose since it's right up here. I really should get a strap and strap this off just in case so it doesn't fall and hit the alternator, but you know what, it wasn't zip tied up before and it wasn't a problem before, so hopefully it won't be a problem now. But I'm just saying I should, because I like to cover all my bases. Okay, where's that other hose? Alright, this other hose is here. It's for the heating core. And then I took the coolant bottle off because it was filthy, so and I washed it out, so I'll move the camera when I put that back on. But let me tighten all these up now first. Okay, let's tighten up the one down there. Oh, I need both hands. Ugh. Okay. All right. Oh, there's that other bolt I thought I lost earlier for the fan shroud. Let me put that back on real quick. It turned up again. Wouldn't have mattered. I mean, there's plenty of hole in it. Carrepairwave. Anybody here? It says 2 people. Oh, shit. I almost dropped the phone. I almost dropped the phone. Get rebalanced up there. It says 3 people now, but nobody's chatting? What? If people are chatting, I'm not seeing it for some reason. Carrepairwave. Somebody type something to let me know that it works, because I'm not seeing anything over here. Did I accidentally shut the chat off or something? I don't think I did. Oh, there you go. What you doing, Chuck? There you go. I wanted to make sure the chat worked. Thank you, Sammy. My dad's pickup needed a new radiator because the old one was hemorrhaging, so I dropped a new radiator and I'm just putting the fan shroud back and everything else like that. I tightened up the fan shroud. I just attached, I put this hose on. I tightened up this hose down here and this one here. Now I gotta tighten up this hose over on this side. And then I got to put the coolant bottle back in place in that hose because it was filthy and it was filled with brown rusty goo. So I had to make sure it was nice and clean before I put it back, because I will not put shit like that back. It has to be clean. Especially if I'm going to do the job. Why would I put a brand new radiator and then put, let a bunch of rusty shit, goop, literally get in the brand new radiator? It'd be stupid of me. Okay. So now I got to get the coolant bottle. Let me change the camera angle here. The coolant bottle was mounted right here. Those 2 holes. Yeah, doing real man work. So let me see if I can get the. Let me try doing it this way. This is probably a little bit better angle. Nope, maybe not. Let me try it like this. Alright, if I could lean this up against something. Let me get something to lean it up against. Okay. So lean it up against there. I won't be able to see what you're saying in the chat because I have the camera facing the other way. You'll be able to see me. Alright, first of all, attach this hose back onto here. Okay. Alright, so the hose is attached to the bottle. I'm going to slip the hose down through here. And then there's a clamp here that it goes through. And then there's a slide that bottom part slides down into. I'll get it in place. There we go. Alright. Put those screws in there. Come on. There we go. Let's do the other side. Alright, let me get my ratchet now. This side, tighten this one up. All right, so now all we got to do is let me flip the camera back around. All right, so now I just got to attach the coolant bottle hose to the radiator, and then I got to fill this up. Oh, ouch. All right, that's nice and tight. Okay, so now I can get my tools out of here, I believe. Put them aside real quick. I'll make sure I don't drop anything. Now I gotta go, we gotta go mix up antifreeze. Let me see. I bought a new jug of antifreeze. Oh, it's in the house. Let me go grab that. All right, I got the new radiator in, hon. Just need the antifreeze. Okay. Now you're a man, manny man, and you're man. Now you're a man. All right, I'm gonna rinse out. There's an old for there's an old jug I have here for what the fuck is it? Windshield washer fluid that I'm gonna use to mix this up in, but I'm gonna give it a good rinse first. Make sure there's no ammonia in there. Want that getting in the antifreeze. Now, I'm not using hose water to mix the antifreeze. I'm gonna use distilled. So hopefully I don't get a bunch of goop in there. All right, I gotta change my camera prop. Pour half this gallon of distilled in here. It's about half. It's all right if it's a little off. Hey kitty, what do you want? Let's remove all this tin foil. Pocket for right now. All right, now I got to be a lot more careful about pouring this. I don't want these cats getting in it. Mix it up very carefully. Get out of here. Get out of here. Sorry, I had to scare the cat away. Don't want it anywhere near this antifreeze. Okay, and this other half I could just pour back into this bottle. This is just water, so if it's a little messy, it's all right, because I'm just spilling water. I'm going to use this one up first. Because I don't like this sitting around in these kind of jugs. That's just for temporary mixing for something like this. Okay. Carrepairwave. All right, let's flip the camera around again. Oops, not flip it around. Let me put it back up here. Balance it just right. There we go. Okay. So let's pour this into the radiator now. This is 1 gallon. It might take 2. I don't know. It's at least going to take the 1. I'll tell you that though. Yep, looks like 1 gallon is going to fill this up. 1 gallon is probably going to be enough. I'm probably going to need a little bit extra because once he starts it and everything pumps through all the hoses and stuff. It's all bubbling. Still hear it gurgling. Most of it's gurgled out. So I'll pour the rest in the bottle up here. Now this doesn't have a pressurized system. Like if you have a car where the coolant bottle is pressurized, you don't want to overfill those. But this is not that kind. It's a reservoir system, so you can overfill that a little bit. So I'm going to overfill that because this is already sucked down some. Alright, I'm going to get that other jug I made up and pour that in. Oh my goodness. Here we go. An expansion tank is what they call the other kind. This isn't an expansion tank, it's a reservoir. If you have an expansion tank, that you can't overfill those. You will hurt something. Alright, so it did take all of it. Took 2 gallons of antifreeze. Alright. Brand new radiator cap. Ooh boy, twist that clamp out of the way. Is that it? Yep, that's the end of it right there. Alright, that's it. We're all done. This hose feels like it's at a weird angle. There we go, that feels a little bit better. Make sure it's not cramped anywhere. Not touching anything. Everything looks good. I'm not going to start the car up with the phone up there because it will. Can you fix your chastity belt? Yep. Ask one of the ladies for help with that, Eric. Yep. All right. So that's done. Let me start it up. It's loud, so I'm warning you guys. It's a very loud truck. Hey Chuck, why don't you get your finger off of the camera? towels and wipe that off. Come back here. We wipe that off and see if I still see them blood. That's not what it was. It was hemorrhaging. I just put a new radiator in it. It was hemorrhaging oil out of the not oil, antifreeze out of the radiator. If you want to see the old one, this is the old radiator. It was just old. You could see right here. You could see from where it was leaking. It looks like actually it got crinked up here at one point. You could actually see where it was draining, where it was leaking out of. Over here too, it was leaking as well. You can see the spots. Yeah, I just put a new radiator in it. I'm just checking for my work for leaks. I'm making sure that everything I did isn't leaking. Yeah, looks like everything's good. There's no lid on that. There isn't one, so it's all right. Actually, let me see if the lid for this antifreeze jug fits on there. Yeah, radiator, same fucking difference. Actually, let me see if this one fits. That one's too small. Actually, that works. That oil cap lid fits perfectly, but I don't want oil to get in there. So actually, let me give this let me wash this a little bit with some soap and water. Yeah, radiator. You got a problem with me saying radiator? Radiator, same difference. It's not, it should be R-A-D, radiator. It's not R-A-Y, radiator. It's not R-A-Y-D, ater. I thought I had some, whatchamacallit over there. Some, car wash, soap stuff. Alright. Yeah, I know what you were telling me to look for, Josh. The little overflow hole that they make it if the pump starts failing. That's not what it was. I just put a new pump in that actually. Let me see, probably about 6 months ago, which isn't exactly really recent, but it's recent enough where I'm, it's recent enough where that shouldn't. It shouldn't have failed yet, so I was fairly confident it wasn't that, and like I said, I could see that it was leaking out of the radiator. All right. See, I just rinsed this off with some whatchamacallit. I rinsed off the cap with some windshield washer fluid just to clean it up a bit. Okay. So this fits on here and there. So is actually the cut to an oil jump. And what do you know? It fits perfectly. It screws down and everything. My dad had a rag in there. Yeah. This has got the this has got not the expansion tank. It's got the reservoir. I like that better because it's a little bit easier. It'll just suck down the fluid as it needs it out of the bottle. Like a 5% battery, guys. I gotta run in and grab my battery pack real quick. Yeah. It should be good. It's definitely going to suck some of the fluid down. So if you want to take it out for a spin,
Well, I'm gonna go back when I come back.
I'll take it for a spin.
Okay.
Just-
Oh, listen. Send Nikki 100 and Heidi 100.
All right.
Okay. I love you.
I'll see you, Dad. All right. Yeah,
Dad.
you're pulling that up. You pulling that
No,
up?
I'm going. I gotta go.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
I'm just
then,
gonna take it down the street and back.
And then you need the battery for
Yeah.
that tonight.
All right.
Get that done.
All right. Thing is a stick. Ugh. The last time I tried, my hip still wasn't in great condition, so I didn't do too well. It hurt. You can tell that this door sucks. All right, let me get off of the Wi-Fi now. Take your shirt off? Okay, Eric. Just for you, when I come back, I'll take my shirt off. Let me try to get this at a better angle. He just wants to fall that way. Oh boy, my dad's legs are long. I gotta move this bench up. There we go. Wow, his mirrors are all wacky too. I gotta crouch to see. He's got a short torso and long legs. I got a long torso and short legs. So, the settings for everything are completely different. What did you say? I don't know if I can relate to this. Yeah, these are the old style where as it needs more fluid, it just sucks it down from the radiator, rather than a closed system, which, you know, the fluid expands into the bottle. For those, you can't overfill them. This is a totally different thing. It just did the radiator in this, so I'm going to take it down the street to kind of try to burp the bubbles out of this. Oh. Stuff coming. Stuff coming both ways. Take it out. Gas in this spot. Temperature's fine. It's at about 150 degrees right now, which is normally about where it hovers. It normally doesn't get too much higher than that. It usually doesn't even get halfway, which is 210. The halfway mark on this gauge is 210 degrees. something. Just heard something, not sure what it was. Either my dad has like GPS on or somebody super chatted or something. Or subscribed or something. Alright, I'm back in the driveway now, so. Oh, thanks, Sam. You donated $2. For some reason, it's not. I'm not seeing any of that. Thank you, Sammy. Do you see it on your screen? Ooh. My phone's looking ultra choppy right now. Yeah, this is all gurgling down. Glug, 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 glug. Yep, but everything's fine. Ran just... Yeah, I don't like automatic. I prefer stick, but, you know, my wife doesn't know how to drive it, so I'd have to teach her. Carrepairwave. Looks like it's a little bit smoother now that I'm on Wi-Fi again. But Sammy, I'm concerned that why am I not seeing your... Oh, there we go. There you go. They were hidden, that's what it was. Thank you for an entertaining stream, Chuck. All right, I've figured this out. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sammy. I'll be sure, you know, do more streams from your mobile, Sammy, and I will. I'll make sure to donate. Well, you got to get yourself a PC, Sammy, so you can start using Streamlabs. I know that you've been using the other one for the Mac for years, but. But thank you, Sammy. Putting the old radiator in the box. You know what, I'm gonna try changing my bitrate real quick since I'm home and I have the new router. I should be able to do at least 3000, and I'll see if that improves the picture quality. So it might drop for a second. I'll be right back if you'll hang with me. All right, we're back. Even if it's one just for streaming. If you're not going to be doing video game hosting, Sammy, you don't really need too much processing power. So if you want, I could hook you up with, I could build you something for relatively cheap that works. You know, if you just need something that works, I could build something that works. So how's the is this a little bit better, the stream quality? I increased the bit rate to 2500 kilobytes per second. It was at 1,000, so I don't know if this is any better. Take this old radiator, throw it on the back of my dad's truck. It's still me, but it's smoother. Yeah, I know. That's the one problem, is that no matter what, it's still going to be me. But okay, let me all right, Sammy. Let me try one more time. I'll increase the bit rate to 3500, which is what I have it on my PC. So let's see what happens at 3500. I'll be right back. If you will please bear with me, I will return in a second. All right. Now we're at 3500 kilobits per second, which, like I said, is what I have it on PC. So I don't know if that's any better. It says I have a strong connection, and it's not giving me any error messages, so I'm going to carry this box down to the garage. I'm not going to put it in my dad's bed because it'd be taking up room. Oh, this thing's heavy. Carrepairwave. I should have said new radiator wave. Radiator. I should have spelled it out like that too, like phonetically. Radiator, not radiator. Like Josh wants me to call it a radiator. Like there's rays coming out of it. Hey, you know what I think it might be time for? It might be time for a moped ride. Oh, I know if I go for a moped ride, I'm going to have to turn my bit rate back down, though. So I don't think, I don't know if it'll work. That fast. Let me put this mount somewhere else. What? What is this about, a fat chick now? Are you gonna take me home tonight? On down the side of your red fire light. I'm trying to think of a place I can put this. You know what? This might be a good place for it. Whoa. Some of these cars backfiring severely. I don't know if you guys just heard that banging. Some of these car backfiring. Let me try it like this. This will be interesting. Backfire, after fire, whatever. Yeah, that moped out there. I need to switch something. Is this working now? Really, really bad frames per second, I know. Let's go down to the park real quick. Some nice day. It's waiting until all these cars go by. It has me upside down. There we go. Nobody watching. Carrepairwave. Alright, that's it for today. Successful Carrepairwave.